So who led this new wave, often called the Barons' Crusade?
It wasn't one unified crusade, but two major expeditions arriving separately. The first, primarily French, was led by Theobald I, King of Navarre, who was also a famous poet, and Hugh, Duke of Burgundy. They arrived in Acre in September 1239.
And walked into another Ayyubid civil war.
Pretty much. Sultan al-Kamil had died in 1238, and his sons and relatives were fighting for control. Al-Kamil's brother, as-Salih Ismail, seized Damascus from his nephew, as-Salih Ayyub, who eventually became Sultan of Egypt. It was a complex mess.
How did Theobald navigate this?
He initially decided to march south from Acre towards Jaffa, planning to refortify Ascalon and maybe move against Egypt later. But during the march, some of the more impetuous French knights, against Theobald's orders and the advice of the military orders, launched a premature attack on an Egyptian force near Gaza.
And got defeated.
Devastatingly defeated. A major setback right at the start. The military orders persuaded Theobald to retreat back to Acre. About a month later, another Ayyubid ruler, and Nasir Dakud of Kerak, took advantage of the chaos and seized Jerusalem, which was largely undefended.
So Jerusalem was lost again, briefly.
Very briefly. But the ongoing Ayyubid infighting actually allowed Theobald to play diplomat. He managed to negotiate with as-Salih Ismail of Damascus, who was rivals with Nasir Daud. Ismail agreed to restore Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Nazareth, and much of Galilee to the Crusaders in return for their support against Egypt. Having secured this, Theobald considered his crusade a success and departed for Europe in September 1240.
Then the English contingent arrived.
Yes, led by Richard of Cornwall, brother of King Henry III of England. He arrived in Acre in October 1240. Richard, known for his wealth and diplomatic skills, marched to Jaffa and basically confirmed and solidified the territorial gains negotiated by Theobald, this time making a formal treaty with as-Salih Ayyub of Egypt, who was now allied with Nasir Daud against Ismail. It's incredibly confusing, all the shifting alliances.
So Richard confirmed the return of Jerusalem and other territories?
Yes, the agreement was ratified in February 1241. Prisoners were released. Richard also helped finish the refortification of Ascalon, entrusting it to an imperial representative loyal to Frederick II before heading home in May 1241.
Was there another part to this crusade involving Constantinople?
Sort of. Baldwin of Courtenay, the Latin emperor of Constantinople, traveled west seeking aid. He returned east around the same time as Theobald, was crowned emperor in 1240, and launched a minor crusade, capturing a Nicaean stronghold called Jerusalem. It's sometimes lumped in with the Barons' Crusade.
So, territorially, the Barons' Crusade was quite successful. The kingdom regained a lot of land.
Surprisingly successful, yes. In terms of territory recovered through diplomacy, it was arguably the most successful crusade since the first. The Kingdom of Jerusalem reached its largest extent since before Hattin in 1187.